I think I want to know if you guys are going to get it done this year, because you could. Let's see what happens. The big question is, I'm going to leave a new option available to both of us. And that is that we can quick sim a playoff round just to find out. At least up to the conference finals. If you make the conference finals, we go game by game. But I will leave the option open. How slow do you want to take it? Slow sim or quick sim this matchup with Atlanta? I'll leave it up to you, because obviously we've gone through 30, 40 years of basketball at this point. It's tough to get excited for the first and second round at this stage. You know? It's a little bit tough to get excited when it's all about championships for the first and second round. Looking at your team, we will go to the traditional playoff 7. So it's Garland, Wheeler, Maxwell Lewis. Ooh, because Jabari Smith is hurt. Well, he is playing, though. And Jalen Duren, so it has Maxwell Lewis playing over Dunleavy. You got Gafford coming off the bench, and other dudes can get some playing time, of course, but the playoff 7 is the typical way to go. Chat electing to go pretty much unanimously with the quick sim. Big Nate, 29 months. Nate, how are you? I feel the same way. Now that we're getting that much closer to playoff season. Chat, your opponents, the Atlanta Hawks, led by 1, Anthony Black. Davion Mitchell there as well. So not a bad start at point guard. Shooting guard, Terry Rozier. And Zaire Williams. Indeed, first hockey game of the season is on. Of course, Josh Brown got in a fight in like 2 minutes. Not even. At forward, the former first overall pick, Roy Madison. Yikes. Also, Julian Strother there as well. Power forward, Keegan Murray. Oh my god, this is an 8 seed. And at center, Paris Cheeks. I'll be intrigued to see if you guys win this. Let's find out. Round number 1, you elected the quick sim. The Atlanta Hawks have eliminated the Cincinnati Lions in 5. That's a tough break. But that was a really good 8 seed. Let's look at the numbers here. Game 1 went to the Hawks. Garland had a double-double, but it wasn't enough. Game 2, blowout win for Atlanta. Game 3 was your lone win of the series, 122 to 110. Great games for Garland and Smith, Duren as well. Game 4, 20-point win for Atlanta. Just didn't really have the depth scoring outside of the big 3, and then Gafford had to step up. And then game number 5, 125 to 106. Garland did his best, but it still wasn't enough. Chat falls in the opening round in 5. And yeah, honestly, it was Garland and Smith leading the way. Smith wasn't 100%. Duren did well. But all things considered, you guys need one more name to really bring it together in terms of scoring. Dunleavy and Weaver were okay, so was Gafford, but it just wasn't quite enough. Wasn't quite enough. Where are the Hornets? They were the 2 seed, so it won't be a high draft pick there either. That does mean that we'll get through another off season here before we end it on NBA for the night. So let's find out who wins. But neither of us where we were just a few short seasons ago when we had both made a conference finals appearance. We're just not in that conversation anymore as Atlanta moves to the Eastern Conference Finals. But in the finals, it will be the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hornets and Thunder in the NBA final. And the winner, the Charlotte Hornets, who chat has the first round pick of. The Charlotte Hornets win the NBA title, led by former MVP and now finals MVP, LaMelo Ball. The Hornets beating the Thunder in 7-2. Very anticlimactic seasons for the two of our clubs at this point. Especially for chat to not be able to even make it out of the first round. Well, with that, we move on. 2029. Again, there is a big time chance, like I said, that this will be the longest era we started as expansion teams. Damian Lillard has retired. Chat's sleep paralysis demon, Damian Lillard. Kawhi's also gone. Old Clint Capella, Bradley Beal, CJ McCollum. Ended his career as a 68 overall. Jesus. Rudy Gobert, in his honor. In his honor. Trey Lyles is gone. Chris Dunn. It's fun to see players that I took in the expansion draft retiring. Grayson Allen. Guys do retire early in this game, which honestly I like a lot. I like a lot. Not everyone plays till age 36, you know? In terms of the Hall of Fame, Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard. Both over 1,000 games played. Lillard and Leonard both gone. Leonard does not have his number retired anywhere. I think Toronto would retire his number just for one championship, even though he wasn't there for all that long, obviously. But Lillard's 0 retired in Portland. No new rules this season. Oh my God. We were 1 vote short of a new expansion team. Wow. We were 1 vote short of a new team. That would have been pretty cool. That would have been pretty cool. Who voted no? Bastards. Oh, we could override it if we wanted to. We could. Of course we could. Do you want to deal with an expansion? Yeah? Chat's voting for the override. Let's approve it. There will be a new expansion team in the NBA this upcoming season. Do we know who it is? It's the Nashville Stars of the Southeast Division. The newest team, the Nashville Stars, have been added to the NBA. A team that I very nearly picked. So there you go, the Nashville Stars. Yeah, I'm all right with that. I mean, it was always going to be like an uneven number, but it is what it is. There you go. Nashville Stars, welcome to the NBA. As we head to the draft lottery. Thanks to Boston, I have a top pick in terms of odds. I also have my own pick at number 6. I mean, Nashville could be in the East. Yeah, it's in the location. It could be East or West, you know. So here we go. 2 lottery picks for me. Will I get lucky? That is the question. I have had a number 1 overall pick. I'm the only one of the 2 of us to have a number 1 overall pick in any of the eras. So we'll see what happens here, but there is a brand new expansion team in the NBA following in our footsteps. We've seen the addition of St. Louis. We have seen the addition of your Cincinnati Lions, and now Nashville is welcomed to the NBA. We wait to see the results of this lottery and whether or not either of my two picks will deliver. I hope as we inch closer to the top 10. I mean, honestly, I should have said no to the expansion because it just hurts my lottery odds, but hey, whatever, it's fun. I now reserve the rights to add an expansion team in a year that you guys suck. So I reserve the rights. All right, into the top 10. Oh yeah, Derp, the Nuggets' current look is really, really nice. It is really, really nice. Some teams have gotten better over the last 20 years. Some teams have gotten fucking worse. Talking about you, Utah. Again. We'll never let it go. Never miss an opportunity. Trash talk Utah's current look. So everybody, I am the St. Louis Sound as an expansion team. I got an expansion team, as did chat. There they are, the Sound. Will they move up? No. All right, so my later pick will be 7th, which is okay. I have one more pick in the mix thanks to the Boston Celtics. There's Cleveland. Wow, the Cavaliers, by the way, lost Darius Garland and finished 6th outright. That's insane. The new Nashville Stars will have the 5th overall pick. So I would have had the 6th overall pick had it not been for Nashville. But the new boys, the Nashville Stars, have the 5th overall pick. No movement at all, so I do have a top 4 pick. Will Minnesota represent the first bit of movement? Had good a chance as anybody to land a top 3 pick, and it'll be 4th. Chicago Bulls have the top pick. The Sound will be selecting at 4, 7, 20, 25, and 27, while chat will be selecting at 32 and 33. A lot of draft picks for your boy this year. A lot. But before we get to that, we have an expansion draft. In said expansion drafts, it's got to be Christian Brown that I leave available. I'm not allowed to trade up for number 1 unless I get an offer for said pick. For you guys, pretty obvious, just leave Wesley Shepard available. Pretty straightforward. Or you could leave Daniel Gafford open. I don't remember if you re-signed him or not. He's got a year left, though. You might as well just leave Shepard available. This guy was just a rando dude. So, there you go. Quick and easy for us, as we'll see what Nashville looks like. They don't have to split the talent pool like you and I did. As a result, they are getting some decent young players here. D'Angelo Russell, there goes Christian Brown, of course. Barry Carroll, a veteran John Collins. I mean, they didn't get a superstar, but they did get some okay players. They won't be at the level that we were as expansion teams. To the drafts. 2029, I have the 4th overall pick and will be making it as I did not get any offers. I need to fucking deliver here. Starter, quite a few starters. Starter all-star for Alf Svensson. Elton Mitchell, starter to All-NBA. Starter. Well, it's pretty obvious then. It's pretty obvious for me. Starter to All-NBA, the point guard, Elton Mitchell. Looks to be the guy. Another fucking potential Hall of Famer. I hate the temptation. Yeah, starter all NBA seems to be the way. It's Tyrone Sutton. Boom or bust option, man. It's got to be Alvin Cummings, right? It's got to be the... At least take Alvin Cummings here. Projected to go second, and then hope that Tyrone Sutton falls to me at 7th. But I got to go for Alvin Cummings here. I got to do it. He's more of a guarantee. Oh, Derp, I'm right there with you. Alvin Cummings, welcome to Nashville. Not to Nashville, to St. Louis. I was looking at Nashville up next. Gotta hope that guy falls to me. Nashville trades their first ever draft pick, along with John Collins for Lonzo Ball and a future first. Well, they took the deal that you guys didn't. Close enough to it, at least. Lonzo Ball on his way to Nashville. So the Clippers take power forward Doyle Wellington, and the Cavs took a forward. So at 7, that leaves me the big man. That leaves me the big man. I'm willing to risk it. At his best, potentially a Hall of Famer. As boom or bust prospect as you'll get. The big man, Tyrone Sutton. I gotta risk it. He's the man. And I'll pick up at 7 at a St. Joseph's. And I'll hope for the best. I'll hope for the best. I'm back on the board at pick number 20, and I have to make the pick as well. Starter for Josh Purdue. Honestly, a starter pick right now isn't the worst, although Justin Webb could be all NBA. So right now, again, Purdue's a center. I might need to look at Webb instead. Another boomer bust might be the best way for me here. There's also Mac Burton, but he's not looking as good. All right, well, my pick here then is pretty obvious, or at least it's obvious who it's between. And it is either... Oh, wait, they were both... no, okay. It's either Josh Purdue, another big man, or it's Justin Webb. Purdue is the middle of the road. He's going to be good but not great option. Justin Webb could break through. And at this point, I got to risk it. I'm going to go for the younger guy and Justin Webb and hope that he breaks through. Got to do it. All these draft picks that I have, I can aim... Pick number 25 and 27 as well. And it looks like the center I was looking at is gone. So I would have preferred to be able to trade this pick, but what are you going to do? So in terms of dudes who are left, is anybody over 50%? That gets a range. Benched all-star for Oliver. Anybody over all-star? It doesn't look like it. No. So the point guard, Dmitry Kasparov. Henrik Johansson at forward. Power forward, Leon Townsend. Jackie Oliver. Okay. So power forward. Let me double check my roster really quickly. Wheels next week. Next week. So I took a point guard already in this draft. I took a center. I already have that shooting guard. Honestly, another forward wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Forward or power forward wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So Townsend as a power forward. It was Johansson at forward. Can't really go wrong. I'm going to go for the Swede, Mikael Enqvist. The other Swede I took didn't really pan out in this exact same position, but we'll go for him. And the Mavericks did not take who I want, but we do get a trade offer for this pick. And it's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Learned my lesson from last year. We will easily take the pick. The 2 first-round picks down the road. Pretty much a slam dunk for what I should take here, unless Yuri Titov is good, and he's not. Good's Nick Callaway. A C+. How good's Casey Elliott? Only a C. Hey, you're old guy, Senzo Bianca. Golden State. There's the Bradbury Carroll. The B-. I'm going to take those 2 first-round picks in the future from Milwaukee. Continue to play the long game. I really don't need that 27th pick. And the Bucks take Zach Sutton. So chat has back-to-back picks. You have to make the first one. In terms of the comparisons you have available, Jackie Oliver's bench to All-Star. Henrik Johansson, bench to All-Star. James Floyd. But you know, he's a terrible overall. So you're looking at Johansson or Oliver. There's really not much you guys are going to have to go off of. And again, you know, Floyd's overall is going to be terrible. Stockton's also not great as a starter to bench. You do need a forward, but man, you're not going to find a good one here. You're just not. I mean, Stockton could be the starter, but you probably want to aim higher than someone who at best might be a starter. So Johansson would be the guy to take then for a forward, since you need a forward more. So there's really not much discussion to be had here. This is your best option, so congrats. You ended up with Henrik Johansson, and hopefully you guys get to trade the next pick. You do not. So again, in terms of players that you know about, it's Jackie Oliver. They are the 2 best players left on the board. That's just a fact. We'll see if either one panned out for you, but you guys had the very end of the first round, so it was kind of on rails for who you ended up with. As we'll see kind of how this plays out. There's never super high overalls that fall. But let's see. So for rookie signing for Chad, it was Henrik Johansson. 20 years old, 73 overall. Poof. He fell right into your laps, chat. Right into your laps. My scout said he was good too, but I went for the other guy. I think that's who my scout said was good. It might have been the other guy. Maybe I went with the other Swede on accident, but there you go. Henrik Johansson. You land an awesome, awesome player there. And then Jackie Oliver. Congratulations, chat. Last 2 picks of the first round, and you probably had a better first round than the vast majority of teams. There you go. You absolutely nailed it. For me, I'm going to start at 25. The other Swede was Enqvist. He's not bad, but you got the superior Swede. Justin Webb, the 3rd. He's okay as well. Tyrone Sutton. He was the boomer bust player, potentially Hall of Fame at best. 19 years old, a 72 and an A+, with the 7th overall pick. And then the 4th overall pick, Alvin Cummings. 22 and a 75, but only a C+. I feel like I'm going to have much cap space to work with anyway. I might as well sign them all and try to deal someone like Cummings. I am going to sign all of my guys this year at least. So not a bad draft for me, all things considered. A fucking phenomenal draft for you guys. I'll be bringing back all 3 of these dudes on their options. No reason to not bring back Dunleavy as a filler. And Kurt Myers as well. Might as well bring him back. He's not... Well, ooh. Yeah, actually, you might as well bring him back, right? You do have Gafford for 1 more... No, actually, let go of him. Let go of this guy. Because Gafford has 1 more year, then he's gone. Oliver steps up as the backup to Duran. So you have no reason to keep Kurt Myers, even though he's not that bad. But Dunleavy is definitely worth keeping for you guys. He's your best option there. Unless you wanted Henrik Johansson to be the starter season 1. But you could also look to try to trade Albert Dunleavy. What do you think? You can keep Dunleavy, try to trade him, or you could just let him go, and then that way you pretty much know Johansson's the guy. So, keep him and trade him, keep a trade. All right, cool. So, there you go. We're good to go on that front. Luka Doncic is once again a free agent. He is the biggest name by far on the list. 30 years old, Luka hits the open market again after a couple of seasons in Golden State. We'll have that qualifying offer for Lyles. For you guys, you don't need the qualifying offer for Forbes, but you will have one for Wheeler. We'll see what the financial situation is here. Jason Tatum is also a UFA. For me, I have like 14 million to spend, so not much. Pretty much covers bringing in Jeff Lyles again, so I don't lose him for nothing. So he's gonna be my one offer, is my own dude who's an RFA. There's probably no way he's worth this amount of money, but I am gonna try it. For chat, you got Wheeler to sign. You might as well send him an offer first as top priority, given that you just don't want to lose him for nothing. But in terms of the money that you have available to sign, 14 million as well. So yeah, neither of us have the big money this year. There's pretty much going to be nothing to do with said cash. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at anybody at best under 20 million. There's someone like Joel Franklin, but he's only a C+. Glenn Galloway, my former pick, was only a C+. Trey Nelson's B-. You don't need a center. Hasselhoff is an RFA. Bunch of RFA. I mean, yeah, there's nothing great out there at this point. So it looks like the smart move will be for both of us to forego UFA signings. So that'll be the way that goes. Just bring back our RFAs, basically. Lyles has accepted. And for you guys, Wheeler has accepted as well. And of course, you can drop Maxwell Lewis, Kurt Myers. So pretty straightforward. Yeah, the past 2 seasons have been pretty quick in terms of how they're just flying by for us right now. Not too much going on at the draft, free agency, the playoffs. It's been a night of progress for sure in terms of the time that we've moved through. But in terms of actual progress, that's a tough call. Luka's on his way to the cornfields. He'll be a pacer. So a big move to the Eastern Conference there. LaMelo Ball takes his spot in Golden State. Jason Tatum to the Raptors. Cade Cunningham heads west. Jesus Christ. Anthony Edwards stays in Minnesota. Jalen Green also in Golden. Oh my God. Scotty Barnes goes to Milwaukee. Tyrese Halliburton to Cleveland. God damn. Obviously, Jason Tatum to the Raptors, man. Cunningham to the Clippers. It's crazy. Whew. It's, I don't think any division got particularly easier. So for Chad, Dunleavy, McBride, Shepard improving. On the other side for me, Sochan, Coles, Lions. The big improvements there. As we'll be heading towards the next season. And, yeah, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this upcoming draft, this upcoming season. You'd presume Chat's very much going to be a playoff team again. You know, given their roster, I'm 116 million in the hole. You guys are 74. Excuse me. But, you know, given this roster, you do certainly have a chance to make it through. You do have the option of Henrik Johansson in the G League, but honestly, Jackie Oliver. Until you move out some of the other centers, Jackie Oliver's the best guy to put in the G League. If Nashville wins before us, we both lose. Correct. Then for me, De'Aaron Fox on the last year of his deal. Scary. Justin Webb's probably the guy going to the G League for me here. Ooh, Sutton, though. Probably Sutton. I need Sutton to develop more than I need the other guy to develop. I need this guy playing basketball full-time. Full-time. So it sets up the spot then with our teams. For you guys, Not much to do at point guard. Like you could put Goodwin and McBride on the list just to try to move them because you only need one of them. Same thing at guard. You won't be able to move anybody yet. At forward, probably want to put Dunleavy there to try to get something for him to move Henrik Johansson to starter. Power forward, you're fine. And then center, you want Gafford and Shepard on that list to try to make room for Oliver as soon as possible. And then, yeah, you are going to have the decision of Garland. You don't have an answer yet about him. Smith, as it stands, might leave after next season. So, yeah, no answer from Garland about what he's thinking for the future at the end of the season. Nothing from Smith either. So, I mean, you could put Garland and Smith out there. You could put Wheeler out there, too. To be honest, you could just take Gafford off the block and then see if there's a deal. But, I mean, you could put Dexter Wheeler. No, you cannot. He's pretty much signed for the entirety of the season. There won't be much time to actually trade him. So, there you go. I mean, think about moving these two in case you can't re-sign them. Kind of the spot that you're in. And for me, my big three, immediately going to the block. If I can trade Webb, I should. Inkfist and Sparks. I can trade Tyron Sparks. Or either of them, that wouldn't be the worst. But I need to move out centers. So, again, we're both in very, very weird spots right now. It's the only way to put it. It is the only way to put it. I do want to put Tyrone Sutton as an untouchable right now because he is the one guy that I need to stick around. But yeah, I don't know what to make of it. Right now is the only way to put it. Just how this is gonna go. You guys have your first rounder this year and your second. I have 4 unprotected first round picks thanks to the Raptors, Pelicans, and Lakers. So I continue to hoard as many first rounders as I can. It worked out for me in this year's draft, but I actually need to check too. Contracts. De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Simons are both willing to re-sign. I just don't want to lose them for nothing. I'm going to keep going 1-year deals for guys like Simons until I can at least trade him for something. Same for De'Aaron Fox. I need to just nickel and dime these guys and kind of string them along until I can get something for them. So, we'll see. But who knows, man? Darius Garland might be able to fucking lead you guys to the promised land right out of the gates. Especially with the system match. My fucking player proficiency doesn't fit well with this coach at all. So I hate it. Ferret calling for at least the trade deadline. No.